Hello, good evening and welcome. I'm Chris, this is Gross Models and this is Midweek Makings. It's Wednesday, so I'm at the bench. I've moved my monitor around a bit, so is my camera about where it should be? It's probably about there. I normally got a little bit more of that YouTube sign in the background there, but that's about there, so hello. Welcome to all of you that are watching live. If you're not watching live, then where were you? It's one of those things that you're going to find out where you were when the thing happened. And the thing that's happening is what I'm doing here live now tonight. I am starting a new build today. Down at the bench, I have the new Lego kit, the Star Wars logo, the classic Star Wars logo that's been used in every Star Wars film ever, as far as I'm aware. Pretty sure it has. So, yes, this is what I'm starting on tonight, putting the snacks aside for a little while and seeing what's going to be happening. And, yeah, we go from there. Have a look at the chat. We've got, what have we got? I don't want top chat. I want live chat, just in case there's anything that happens sneakily behind the scenes. Gemma is first in, saying hello again, because she's just downstairs. Mark is here. Go for it. Painting is here. Hello, welcome. I don't recognise the name, unless you're a regular viewer that's changed your YouTube name. If you are, then hello. Who were you? If you're not, then who are you? Come and introduce yourself. Stefan's in as well, saying hello to everybody. Audio and video are good, says Gemma, and the Bobbins eye is here. So welcome to the Bobbins. Yes, this is what I'm going to be building. Look, I saw that they started doing it, and I thought, oh, when they did the Marvel one, I thought, what's the point in that? Who wants to build that? But obviously, there's people that like Marvel the same way that I like Star Wars, so it makes sense to be a thing. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I have opened the packet and had a look to see how many boxes and things there are in it, bags and stuff. So we'll go down to the bench and we'll have a good look and see what's what. Tasia is obviously here. Again, the video picture of her is not working as it should, but she's here in spirit, or at least in voice. So we'll have a word and see what she has to say for herself. Good evening, Tasia. How are you?
Good evening, Chris. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm fine. We're streaming live at the moment. I'm going to be starting the Lego, well, it's kit number 75407.
That's exciting. How many bags are there for this build? Are we making any predictions on leftover pieces?
Do you know what kit it is?
It's the LEGO Star Wars Imperial Probe Droid. That's going to be a fun build. Do you have a particular section you're looking forward to assembling?
It's Star Wars, but it's not the probe droid. It's the Star Wars logo.
Ah, got it. The LEGO Star Wars logo sounds like a fantastic build. Good luck with it. Are we expecting any leftover pieces from the first bag?
We always are, yes. I'm sure that the bags are going to have leftover stuff in them. This is the first kit that I've done that actually comes with paper bags rather than the plastic.
That's a nice change. LEGO's move to paper bags is definitely a step forward for the environment. How many bags do you plan to get through in this session?
Pretty much 2. Normally I do 2 bags in a stream.
Sounds like a good pace. It's going to be fun to see the logo come together over a few sessions. Enjoy the build.
Thank you. I'll catch up with you later. How many pieces do you think will be left after the first bag? Did you say? I can't remember.
For the first bag, I'll guess you'll have 2 leftover pieces. Let's see how close I am.
Absolutely. I'll catch up with you later. Right. So, yes, this comes, as I say, with the paper bags. It comes with the paper instructions as well. 2 booklets. I don't think there's any sneaky... Well, there's a little bit adventurer partnership. They've been doing Star Wars and Lego for a very, very long time. But yeah, there's no secret information in there as far as I can tell. So I shall put those aside and not use those. I have the iPad app up and running. I have a new iPad since the last time. So hopefully it'll all be working nicely. I've got the third bag ready just in case. As I say, there are 6 bags. So I'm thinking 2 bags a stream over the course of 3 weeks. But if it goes easy, then we'll see. Let's see. Greetings from Hungary, says Go For It Painting. Hello, welcome. I don't know any Hungarian, so I can't talk to you in Hungarian, but I expect Taja can. Let's make her earn a living today, shall we? We have Go For It Painting watching, who's watching from Hungary. Can you say hello to them in Hungarian for me?
Certainly. See ya, Go For It Painting watching. Hope you're enjoying the stream.
There we go. See, AI has its uses. Yeah, I like the paper bags so far. They do the job, and as you say, good for the environment, or slightly better. Oh, little one in there as well for the little bits. Yeah. Yeah, I can see myself getting used to the paper bags. They're going to be a little bit trickier to make sure you haven't left any pieces in them, because obviously you can't just look and see. You have to give a good rummage and a feel to make sure you've not got any bits hidden away. We've got our brick separator that obviously we always have. Some brown bits in there as well. So normally it's pretty much going to be black and yellow, and there's going to be lots of stuff going on in here. Probe droid would be cool because probe, says the bobbins. Yes. Oh, that's not. So I thought that was 2 bits joined together, but it's not. There's 1 bit and a pink bit. 3 bits left over, says Mark. On a related note, Spaceballs 2 is in the works. 2 bits left. I'm guessing 3 bits left. We'll see. But before I get to the build, I'll have to. I'll come back to the main screen because I was shopping earlier today, and as I mentioned on yesterday's stream, or someone mentioned, I think it might have been the bobbins. There's a new thing. There's cola bottle flavored Jaffa cakes are now a thing. So I had. Oh no, they got cola bottles on the sides of the packaging as well. I accidentally bought a packet. Both Gemma and Katie have disowned me because they say that Jaffa cakes should only be Jaffery orange. But we'll see. These have been in the fridge, so they're going to be nice and chilled and probably melted in a little while. It smells... There's definite cola bottle there, but obviously chocolate there as well. It is just normal. It looks like a Jaffa cake. I'm not sure. It's not bad. Is it better than a normal Jaffa cake? I don't think so. I'll have to have another one to make sure. Maybe Jack's biting it in half is unusual because you don't normally do that. I'm unsure. I don't have a strong opinion either way. Bag the 1. All right, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's get the app set up how I like it. I'm going shopping tomorrow, says the Bobbins. 3 bits left says 7. 3 bits says Mark. Anyone else say any other numbers? Not sure. If you're new to the streams there, Go For It Painting, it's traditional to guess how many pieces are going to be left over from each bag. I don't know. I think 2. I will go for 2. How many did Tasia say? 2. She said 2 as well. So there you go. That's that. Let me just tell her about the cola bottles because that'd be interesting for her to know. Hello, I've just tried a new snack. Jaffa Cakes have got a cola bottles flavour now.
That sounds interesting. How do you like them?
I'm not too sure yet. I haven't eaten the whole packet as is traditional, but they're nice. They've got a definite cola bottles tang to them, but I think the original Jaffa is probably better.
It's always fun to try something new, but classics often win out. Enjoy the rest of the packet.
All right. If you're new to a Lego build with me, then the app is lovely. It gives you 3D representations of all the pieces to make sure you get the right bits. And then tells you exactly how to put them together, which is all zoomable. So you can definitely make sure you get things in the right places without any mistakes. And it's very, very difficult to turn over 2 pages at once and make a mistake. 3 says the Bobbins. So the way I sort Lego is that I don't sort Lego. I empty the bags out and have a big pile of it. That's the proper way of building Lego. And then you have a little rummage to find the bits you need. 2 of them. So, yeah, I assume we're starting with the S and going forwards. There's 2 of those bits, is there? You can only see the one. Oh, there's another one. There you go. So how has everybody been? Have you had a pleasant week so far? Is it warm? Stefan ordered my groceries for an online store of home delivery through Home Care. Unfortunately, they don't have the Jaffa Cakes in their selection. Then you're obviously ordering from the wrong place. I know it's not always easy in different countries to get stuff, but yeah, I do like a Jaffa Cake. I don't have them very often. Katie likes them. Katie has them almost every week. But I don't often partake of a Jaffa cake. But these ones are, yeah, they're nice, and they are obviously, as with all Jaffa cakes, very Moorish. So we've got that, and then that. It can't be the S. Can't be the S. So we must be building from this side. So if it's 3 bags for the top half, it's got to be sort of S and half of T. And that is that. So is that the bottom of the T? I don't know. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'd like to guess, but I'm not above not guessing and getting it completely wrong. Hoping to be able to go out again in a couple of weeks. I'll check if they have them in my local store. Just a 2-minute walk or wheelchair ride from here. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get them fairly somewhere. Or building upside down for now. I'm going to have another Jaffa cake. Because otherwise they'll melt, because it's very warm in here. There's not many in a packet. I think it's 10 cakes in a packet. Yeah. Gravity still works. Right. Get back a bit. Give me a little bit more room to work, please. Three of the little black bits. One. Come on. 3. Okay. So we got one next to that. Then one of them. Then 2 more. Then one. Then the other. Cool. It's got some strange bits in here. It's got like window pieces and stuff. I know it's meant to have some greeblies in the build, because obviously greeblies and Star Wars do go together quite well. It's going to be longer than I thought, unless we're doing the whole base piece first and building upwards. I don't know. 2 of those. Back to back on there. Can't hold it by that little bit. 1 big plate. Can't hold it by there either. I'm glad. I wish some of this would get a little bit more put together. Right. 2 of those. 1 of the 2. Not that thick 2 though, just a thin 2. And 1 of them. What are we doing here? Let's have a look. That's going to go in there. They go along front and back. That across there. Okay. So what has everyone been up to? I was streaming last night doing the Assassin's Creed. Can't find the bright orange bit. Should be bright and orange. There it is. Yeah, streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows last night. It's still enjoying the game. It's good fun. Nice to keep some stealthy bits going on there. There we go. That's that. This is getting difficult to keep all together. 2 of these. 1 of the 4. And the square one. happening with that. I like these because it highlights and shows you on the outside exactly what you got to do, where the chance of getting things wrong or missing bits is greatly reduced. And I do like the use of colour inside, like the orange bit and obviously the pink bit and the blue bit. They're not going to be on the outside, but they're there just to break it up, make the build a little bit easier. I need 3 of those and 1 of the thinner ones. So this is obviously the top 2, 3, and 1 of those. I don't know. I can't place the gaps of those 2 as being anything yet. It's not that one. It's one with the bits on the side as well. That one. I can't. Any guesses as to whereabouts this is? I didn't really pay any attention at the beginning. If anybody did, it might help. 2 of each of them. Right, they're going to go on there. Build up from the sides. Okay, all right. So that and that. And that and that. Wait a minute. You didn't tell me what to pick. Is that the next bit? Yes. Right. The 2 windows. And 2 of those. 1 of those and 1 of those. So yes, that's then going to go across there. They go across there. And the 2 windows go in there. S, T, A, and R. So this is the entire width. Right, 1 of those. They've all got the knobbly bits around the edge. 1 of them, and 1 of them. Still building up this bit. Oh, and that bit. So that goes in there. That one and that one. I'm still going with the S. Ooh. They're unusual. Not seen those bits before. They're going in either way round. 1 backwards and 1 forwards. Just to break things up a little bit. Dorkosaurus is in. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. You're still in time because there's still Jaffa cakes left if you're after one. You have to get your own. That's why they've gone in backwards and forwards, so you can put one of them on each side. Cool. Okay, we're just doing that, are we? Two of them. Going on the bottom on the back. Okay. 2 slopes. You see them? There's one. There's another. That way up without going that way. Okay. Oh, and that's making the slopey bit. Of that. Okay. One of those and one of those. That goes on the bottom. 2 of those. They're going to go on the bottom as well, yeah. Isn't Chris sharing with you and Casey, Gemma? No. I did offer, I think, but they said no. They actually said, ugh. But, you know, we won't judge. One of them and one of them. We're going to be building the same as we did on the other one, but the opposite way round. Yep. I'm going to go ahead a couple of steps. Another slope. There it is. Yep, see? Right, 2 of them. 2 of them. And 1 more of those. We're continuing along. We got that on there. At least this is getting a little bit more wieldy. You can actually pick it up now without it falling apart. But I'll tell you, the build idea for this is impressive. The fact that somebody actually works out how you can do it. And for it to look good while it's done is pretty clever. Right. What else do I need? One of them, one of them, one of them, and another one of them. 1, 1, 1, 1. Yep. Okay. So we're continuing along here. Right. So that goes next to that one. Oh, that goes next to that one. Then we've got the pink one. Then we've got that one. And then we've got that. Very much liking this. I am enjoying this. 1 and 1. That goes on the bottom right of all of that. Cake bars are nice. They are quite nice, but they're quite expensive for what you get. I think the Jaffa cakes were £1.50. Whereas normal Jaffa cakes, there's normally a packet of some description of them on sale for £1, or it might be a big pack for £2, but basically 10p per cake. It's going to go on the other side, isn't it? Because it's going to be symmetrical. One of those and one of those. And again, this is going to end up being symmetrical, isn't it? Little grippy hand. Two of them. Going on the other side. Cake was nice. Eaton Keepham says, Gemma, I brush prefer orange Jaffa cakes and they're better when homemade. The thing about Jaffa cakes is, are they cakes? How's that going on? Oh, it carries on to there. That's what that bit's for. It's the only way of getting that angle, the curve. I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to do the same again, the opposite side. That one on there. Two of them. And that. Clipping in on that side. Means you've got some bits upside down. Don't like that. Okay. Right. 1, 2, and 1. Blue bit there. And then going around the edge. Okay. And then 2 of them. Going over there. At the end, 3 bits left. That's the end with 3 bits left over. Someone say 3. Put them in there. I'll put them in my little play button. You can't see the little play button. Oh, Tasia's made it along. He didn't. Nobody told me Tasia had made it along. Let's bring her back in while she's here. I finished the first bag. There were 3 pieces left over. Hello, Tasia. I finished the first bag. There were 3 pieces left over. I think she's gone shy. She's not talking because she's all appeared on camera. We'll get rid of her. We'll try her again tonight at the end after I do the second bag. But I do like that. You can definitely see what it's going to be. Can you tell what it is yet? No bits in there. Little bits can go over the back. Yep. She lost her voice. Yeah, maybe she's upset because I didn't offer her any Jaffa cakes. Yeah, Jaffa cakes, the base is made with cake. Biscuit, because I believe they go soft when stale. I believe there was an ongoing debate about Jaffa cakes being cakes and biscuits. Because something to do with import taxes or export taxes. And McVitie's actually made a cake-sized one as a cake to prove that it was a cake. And I believe they won their case. And Jaffa biscuits doesn't sound right at all. 2 bits left over on the second bag, says Gemma. 3 again, says Mark. I'm going to go with 3 this time as well. Right, so 2 of those. How are we for time anyway? I'd say we're about halfway through the stream and halfway through number of bags that I think expected to do. So yeah, looking good. I was wondering why there was flat bits already, but obviously the inside of the S and indeed, the bottom bit of the R does come out, so it's got to be flat levels to some of it. 4.2, says Dorcasaurus. 42. Right, so this has got to be made up now. We're going in there, into the A. And we're putting an orange bit in the middle, because we can. It's going there. These are going around it. And I've taken it apart again. And gone back a page. Not sure why we need flat bits there, though. That doesn't seem quite right. Right, so we got purpley one. Another black. Not so much black in this pack. And one of them. So where are we going? Next to that. 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 And that. Okay. Why not? It's a thing. You got grey, black, and two. They're just two of those. Okay. Was it two of those? It was two of those. Yeah. I only picked up the one. Get another one of them. There we go. Right. So that's going next to that, going that way. There's two in that. And then going there. Why not next to that? It does go straight up the R, doesn't it? Times 2. Right, make 2 of the following. Over there. I'll put it that way, because if I put it there, it looks like it's finished and you just can't see it off the top of the screen. Right, so I need one of the tool with bits and one of those, but I'm making 2 of them. So I need doubles of everything. That goes on to there. Or is that telling me to make a second one? That's telling me to make the second one. Okay. So now I've got 2 of those. They've got to go onto there. All right. Okay. There you go. Not sure why I need those bits sticking out the side. I'm sure it will become clear momentarily. 3. That's still talking about how many bits are left over. Good. All right. One of those. 2 of those with the ridge through them. And one of those. Right, where am I? On the top of that. That, and those going that way. Anyone been watching any telly? Anything worthy of note? We've been watching a bit more of Andor. We didn't quite get through an entire episode today because I was occupied up here doing some editing. But yeah, very much enjoying it. It's still quite slow. It's not a fast-paced action series, although it has its moments. But yeah, still very much enjoying it. Not entirely certain what we will be moving on to once we've finished this, because we're on the 2nd season already. And this is the 2nd season is the only other season. Not the only season, because there was the first one, obviously. But, you know. Watched the first 3 episodes of Andor season 2. Pretty good. Andor is good, says Gemma. Yeah, I think we're halfway through 3. It might be a little bit further in than that. I can't really remember, and I'm not going to say what happens because that will spoil it for people that haven't watched it. So yeah, but very much enjoying it. This time we're going on the top. You can tell me to do that again, innit? Yeah, I knew that because you said there was 2 of them. And they are going opposite sides on top of there again. Okay. Okay. One of those, one of those, and one of those. Okay, how's this going to go together then? We've got that one, then that one, and that bit next to there. Yep, it's coming together. Got to make sure all these bits are properly seated together though, otherwise the letters are going to look very strange. Right, 4. 1. I can only see one because they're little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the only thing when there's nothing else on the app. The scale is difficult to tell. Watched both the Accountant movies in the past few days. Really enjoyed them. I heard about the second one. I haven't seen either of them, but yeah, if they're worth watching, are they? I see the first couple of episodes, or I believe 3 episodes of Ironheart, have turned up on Disney today, which is the Iron Man thingy. Riri Williams, new Iron Man woman. I like this. This finishes off the edge nicely and obviously gives it that little bit of thickness that you wouldn't get if you didn't put the flat sides on. Yeah, she was in one of the... I lost track now if it was a series or a film. But they introduced her a little bit in one of them, didn't they? But so yeah, I shall watch that. Gemma's not watching the Marvel stuff with me. I say she's got no interest in it. She didn't have any interest in the Star Wars stuff until I sort of made her watch some of that. But the trouble with Marvel things is, there's a lot of Star Wars stuff, but there's far more Marvel stuff to get through, and you've got to watch it in the right order to understand what's going on, at least a little bit. Oh, that was satisfying. I liked that. I'm going to do that again. That just slides in. Oh, that's satisfying. I like that. I like that a lot. Well done, Lego. Yes, so I don't see us moving on to... Wait, what? Okay, so we've got to build the curly bit of the R and then put it in place. That's fair enough. I don't mind doing sub-assemblies. That's all good. Season 1 of Halo, which was much better than I expected. I started watching a little bit of Halo and couldn't get into it. Loved the games. Couldn't get into the series, but maybe I'll give it another chance. Bobbins is watching Love, Death and Robots on Netflix. Again, I think I've seen the first episode. Didn't grab me. But again, if you recommend it, if you think it's worthy of going back to, then I shall give it another try. is to make 2 of them. Yeah, well, you don't have to give me the instructions twice. I can do the same instructions again if need be. That's not a problem. So that's going there. They're going on there. Okay. That's the thing. Make 2 of these. Okay. So I need not one of them, is it? It is one of them, yes. So one of them and one of them and one of them and one of them. That's going on to there on the inside. Then one of those, which is going on the front. And then one of those and one of those. Where's the other 2s? Am I being dense? I can't see any 2s. I've got 1s. Oh, that's telling me to do it again, and I've already done it. I've been dense because I've already done that. 2 of those are going on the other side of that. It just happens to be that there are extras of those that are not used yet. That and that. That's going on there. I figured that was probably the case. And that's going on the back side of that. Although not brilliant as the bobbins. Yeah, I mean, that's the trouble with a lot of TV shows. There's a lot of TV shows. That's the real problem that I'm having. There's things like, live streams and working, sleeping and eating take up a lot of time. So a show's got to be pretty good to keep me busy, keep me involved. Yeah, just did that. 2 of them going on top of each other. Yeah, I know what it look like when you put 2 bits on top of each other, and they're going on there. Okay. Jaffa cake time. Because they're melting, and there's only 3 left. They are growing on me, which is a shame, because there's only 3 left. Wait, what? I only need 1. Now I need 3 more. Okay. One and one. There's on there. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Get them the right way round, otherwise they won't go on there. Okay. Goes on there. Okay. 1 and 1. Running out of bits. Make another sub-assembly. All right, okay. That goes onto the back side of that. Goes on there. That goes on the top, making a step. 2 of those and 4 of those. There's going to be no pieces left over from this bag, I think. All right. That's that. Oh, and that's that done. Yeah, I figured that was done. What's going on there? Bing. It goes on there. Oh, that does. That really does, doesn't it? And then that goes in there. Bag the third. No, not tonight. It's been nearly an hour, so that will do us for today. Unless 3 does make more sense, doesn't it? Because then I can get that whole thing done, and then we can do the wars next time. I don't care if the stream goes on a little bit longer. So I shall do the third bag as well. Let's have a quick word, see if Tasia's woken up and talking to us this time or not. Hello again. I finished the second bag.
Great job. How's the Star Wars logo shaping up so far?
It's looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and do the third bag tonight. There weren't any pieces left over from the second bag.
That's fantastic. It's great to hear there were no leftover pieces. Good luck with the third bag. It's going to look amazing when it's all done.
I think it certainly is. See you soon. Here we go. Right. Gemma says it's looking good. That does look good, says Mark. There we go. Oh, this is the one that's got the secret hidden in it, isn't it? Yeah. I've read about this. That's why we've got some extra bits. Look. There's some extra stuff. Secret stuff. Katie has got me into another show on Disney, High Potential, which is quite a fun procedural detective drama thing. But the twist in this one is that the main character, the main problem solver, is like a sort of high functioning lady cleaner who cleans the department and inadvertently solved the crime by, solving the crime while she was cleaning the department, and has then been brought in as a consultant. So yeah, I've watched a few episodes of that. Quite good, quite enjoyable. I made 2 of those, 1 of those, and 2 of the ones with the slit along them again. There we go. Right, that's all going across there. So we've got those going along there. Then that. Wait, what? That can't be that. No, I'm not going along there. We did a bit along there. Now we're moving down here. Right, that's better. Yeah, that makes more sense. Right, and 4 of them. 1, 2, 3. Just the 3. No, there's 1 more somewhere. There it is. 4. Next to that bit that we've just put in there. Going both ways. High Potential was good, says Gemma. I assume she's watched all of them. I think I'm about halfway through the season. 3 parts left. Good. What streaming service is High Potential on? It's Disney Plus. Same place as all the Marvel and all of the Star Wars. Oh, don't push down on the bench because it's not attached. That's that one down there. Yeah, they've got quite a few strange shows and films that aren't not Disney related really, and things you wouldn't necessarily classify as being Disney. But yeah, it's one of the it's the way TV series have gone now, and it's all subscription based for lots of stuff. Which I didn't used to like. I used to like owning things. But the trouble with the owning of things is that it's physical stuff, which is nice to have, but when you've got, fast internet, streaming is much more convenient. And assuming you watch a bit, then it's got to be more economical than buying things, isn't it? Because realistically, most things, how often do you watch them again, or more than a couple of times? Two singles. There's one. There's another. I mean, the Star Wars films I do have. In decent Blu-ray type. I don't remember if I got them all in 4K, but I've certainly got them in high quality. But even then, if I want to watch one, there's a very good chance that I'd just put it on the streaming service because it's just easy to do. I would just put it on and it would be there. I'm one further down than where I should be because this has got to go across the end there. Yeah, it's far too easy to just push a couple of buttons on a remote, or talk to a remote now. Just tell it what you want it to watch, and it will just put it on. I did get Tasia to work out. I've just dropped a bit. Oh, there it is. I did get her to work out, viewing order and how to watch a lot of the Marvel stuff and indeed the Star Wars stuff and what order should be watched in. And it's very contentious as to viewing orders of things. Just did all of those, didn't I? Yes. So now I need 2 of those, and those not any bigger than those. They look huge, but they're not. I do keep getting adverts on my Facebook feed now for the lighting kit for this. And I must admit, I'm in 2 minds about it. It's not an expensive one. It's quite a cheap lighting kit. But I'm not sure that it needs lighting. It's basically like like fairy lights that go all the way around the edge of all of the letters, and it looks pretty good in the pictures. But again, how often am I going to turn it on? With this, it's a bit different to a normal kit in that I might have it, in the background here, so it might get turned on. Hence the 2 minds, because one wouldn't have been enough. One wouldn't have been enough minds. Question mark. Make sure you get the right bit. It said slope. Why is that a question mark? It's not a tall one. No, obviously it's not the tall one. That's very, very different. It's that one. It's the traditional little slope. Why would it not be? I don't know. Why didn't Han Solo like his burger? It was too chewy, says Mark. I bet that's going to go in there like that, isn't it? Yeah. Stefan has paused Disney Plus for a while. We'll probably go back to it in a couple of months. Yeah, that's often a good way of doing these things, because there's only so many hours in the day and only so many things to watch. I'm going to end up making another one of these again, aren't I? Because it's got to be on the other side. This is going to be it, isn't it? It's very, very warm, isn't it? How warm is everybody else? It's not just me, is it? Are you quite warm? Have you got any hints for staying cool? I've got a fan going, but to be honest, it's just blowing warm air around. Problem is I'm sitting next to a computer here, powerfully pumping out all of the heats for doing the stream and all the lights, which, although they're LED bulbs, they don't give out a lot of heat, but they still give out heat. Can't find the bit that I need, the little slopey bit. Double version. There it is. That goes on there. That goes under there. I don't remember that bit. Another single one. Oh, I remember that bit. The single one goes on there first. Not a little white 2/3 one. One of them. That goes on there, and then that goes over the top. It's hot. By the weekend, could be in the low 30s. That's too hot. AC is set to 74, says Dorkosaurus. Might go back to Netflix for a couple of months. Follow up on a few series I watched there a few years ago. Physical media appears to be disappearing, says Mark. Yeah. I used to buy a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays, but now I only do streaming. Music is a different thing, though. No streaming. Prefer CDs, but we'll buy digital downloads if all else fails. I've never been a big music person. Where's that go? All the way down there, yes. Yeah, music has never really been my thing. I'll listen to some music, but I don't get deep into it. I'll make 4 of these. Right. I'm going to do 4 in sequence, because I find it easier to find all the bits while I'm finding the bits. Yeah. It's, I don't know. I didn't used to think I'd like streaming. As I say, I was always one to buy media. But if you buy media, then you've got to find somewhere to keep it, which admittedly can be a feature. It doesn't have to be a chore to have a a shelf or a bookcase of stuff. But how many's too many? Oh, that was different. Wait, what? That's being different again. 1, 2, need 4 of them now. And 4 of them. 3. Got to be another one of them somewhere. It's different, isn't it? Or is that telling me to build the second one? It's telling me to build the second one. So I don't need any of them. I've built my 4 of them. Okay. 4 of those, yes. Where are they going to go? We're making up the interiors of the A. So there and there. Same on the other side. There. And there. Okay. Right. One of those and one of those. That goes on the top of that. One of those. That one. Goes next to it. One of those. Goes underneath the end of that. One of them. And one of them. Across the top of that. Making that. I know it does. That goes on the top of the A. It's definitely a thing. Right. I'm going to have a quick comfort break. So I shall see you in just a couple of minutes. Let me find the Be Right Back screen to put on, and I'll see you in just a couple of minutes. Hello, I'm back. I saw the Jaffa cakes on my way back, so yeah. Anyway, let's get back down to this. I'm sure they're going to go there like that, aren't they? That's just going to do that, but maybe not yet. All right, one of them, and one of them. And one of them. Why are they making that? Multiple steps. Now it's going to be them, isn't it? Yeah, I told you it was that. His break is nothing to do with me, says Gemma. Everyone hide. Spider alerts the bobbins. No, it wasn't. It was a comfort break, as I mentioned. You're more likely to play a CD multiple times than a DVD. It would have to be a pretty darn good movie to watch it on repeat. Yeah, true. Yeah, CDs on repeat is a thing. Films on repeat, not so much. Yes, I go along with you on that. There we go. Right, 3 little red ones and a yellow one. I don't quite understand that. Okay, we'll do this and figure this one out. That's going across there. One of them on there. And those both on there. Not what I was expecting those to be used, I must admit. It's not quite what I had in my mind as to how they were going to be used. All right, got a creamy thing. And one of them, and I just dropped a bit. Damn it. Right, let's get that there. That there. I don't know what bit I dropped. 1 and 1. Actually, no, I think I might be right about those bits. We'll figure it out. Wait, what? That goes on. Why did I get 2 of them? Well, I didn't want 2 of them. I wanted one of them. I don't know. Did I do that right? Am I forgetting a bit? No, I did that. And then it's that. And then it's that. Okay, yeah. This is what I was thinking. That on there. One of those. There. One of those on the other side. One of those on the top. One of those on the top of that. Okay. You know what that is, don't you? There we go. That and that. Right, that. Oh, that. Goes on there. Then we got that little height one. It goes on there. That goes on top of that one. Cool. 2 of them along the sides. Nice. 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 of those. All right, let's figure out this. That goes across there. 2 of them. Then 2 of them. Then 2 of them. Okay. Then 1 of them. And 1 of them. That's making a sub-assembly. Right, so that goes on to there. Then 3 more of them are going to go on there, aren't they? Yes. Yep. 2 of them. So where are we on that? That way around. Okay. One of them there. 2 of them onto each other, then onto the lower one, and that's that done. And that goes on there like that. It just falls over. It doesn't, because there's the 2 red bits that we've got to attach it to. Cool, that'll do it. Right, 1 and 1. That one there. All right, they're going to be spares. One of them on top of that. Looks like that. That goes on there. Like that, yep. 4 of them. 4. Going over that end. Right. Right way round, of course. Just like that. Get them all the right way round. It's much easier. Okay. You're not going to tell me about the bits for that? Thank you. One of them and one of them. That one on there. One of them on the other side. Yeah, I figured that. 4 of them. Going to go across the top. So whatever it was I dropped, looks like it was a spare one. Because that is going to go across the top of that. Hiding our secret. So 5 pieces left over from that. And that is that completed. I do very much like that. That really is a thing of beauty. I'm not sure about the top bit there. That is how it is, but quite like the greebly stuff in the middle. Not sure about it being backwards. But I do like that. And now we know that tucked away in there, we have the opening scene from Star Wars: A New Hope. Yeah, I like that. Little Easter egg tucked away in there. And that is nice. The bits of the S are not quite right. But the R looks to be just about right. And the A is just about right. And the T. But yeah, the S is just a little bit disappointing, but you wouldn't get any better. That's just the shape of it, isn't it? So yes, I do enjoy that. That was really, really good. So join me next week when I return to do the wars part. We've done the star part. Next time we'll do the final 3 bags and finish it off, and we'll end up with the Star Wars logo. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Sleep it over, you'll have Rat's Straw. Yeah. CDs in my collection I've only played once and most likely never will again. Yeah, it's always difficult, isn't it? But there you go. So that's it. It's 9:20 here in the evening time, so I'm going to put this away, turn all the lights off and have a rest. Thank you very much for joining me. It is Wednesday, so I've got a couple of days of not doing any streaming. Saturday, I think Dan said he's not about this week, but Jeff should be. We're going to do some power washing this week if there's only the 2 of us, because it's nice and it's cooling. So some power washing at the weekend if you're about for that. Sunday, Katie will be returning for some more Planet Crafter as well. Next week, we've got nothing Monday. It's not E-Models week because it's the last of the month, not the first of the month. Tuesday, I'm back for some more Star Wars Outlaws. And then Wednesday, back for some more Star Wars building. Star Wars week next week. Thank you very much for joining me. Great stream, says Gemma. Night all. Take care, everyone. Mark says night, everyone. Stefan says cool. Mark says well done. So thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, and I shall see you soon for more. Bye-bye for now.